All right, welcome back to the show. It's still Sports Up on Impact Radio 102.1 FM, and definitely we got a lot to show you on the show today. And we got to start off with this one. Coming out of the world. Let's start off with this one happening in the world of arm wrestling. Yes, arm wrestling. How often do you hear about our sport? Well, not very often. But I can tell you for certain, Nigeria has won 6 gold medals in day 1 of the 12th African Arm Wrestling Championship. Team Nigeria's arm wrestling squad in day 1 of the 12th African Arm Wrestling Championship won a total number of 6 gold medals, 5 silver medals, and 4 bronze medals, to give a strong indication that they are in Accra, Ghana, for serious business of defending the African title won in Lagos last year, the 11th edition of the African Championship. Nigeria's bright start also sent signals to other top contenders, especially the host country Ghana, that defending champions are out to qualify for as many events possible for the African Games and the World Championship. Nigeria opened the floodgate of gold medals when Olubisi Oyewusi grabbed the team's Nigeria's first gold in the women's 90 kg class. Nigeria's second gold came from Zanu Mausi in the 65 kilogram women category. After an exceptional performance, Zanu Mausi went on to win Nigeria's third gold medal in the 60 kg youth category to confirm that Nigeria is in Ghana for some serious business. Sarah Matthew in the women's 70 kg class overwhelmed the opponent to win Nigeria's fourth gold medal, while Daniel Chukwuemeka made his gold number 5 for Nigeria in the men's 100 kg masters category. Oluwatobi Adedokun won another gold in 90 kg youth men's category for his excellent performance that made it gold number 6 for Nigeria. Nigeria also won 5 silver medals in the opening day of the action at the 12th Africa Arm Wrestling Championships. The silver medal came through Chika Blessing in the 55 kg women's class, where she narrowly lost her final fight. Nigeria's second silver came through Blessing Ogunbure in the, of course, 70 kg women's class. Olusegun Ajao grabbed Nigeria's third silver medal in the 55 kilogram men's category, while Idowu Yunusa made its silver medal number 4 in the men's 65 kilogram category. Indidi Winifred in the 80 kilogram women's made it silver medal number 5 for Nigeria. Nigeria's 4 bronze medals came from Blessing Ogunbure in the 65 kilogram class, Simon Ekwok in the 75 kilogram men's class, as well as Oluwatobi Adedotun in the 100 kilogram men's class as well. It continues tomorrow in Ghana as Team Nigeria continues the adventure to win Africa's title outside the shores of Nigeria. Team Nigeria are 2 times winner of the African Championship, and yes, they are going to be looking to, of course, make it 3-time African champions. And such a good start they have in Ghana already on day 1, racking up 6 gold medals, 5 silver medals, and of course 4 bronze medals, taking their tally to exactly 15 on day 1. Now I'm wondering what will happen in day 2 when they continue this one.
Oh well, I mean, it feels good to know that Nigeria actually performs very well in every other sport.
Yeah.
But then we so much concerned or put the center of focus on this footballing
yes.
aspect,
Football
and then
is life.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's not really giving us that to enjoy all of these other sports, because I tell you, we have guys who are shining very well, talking about the likes of Tekball, the likes of handball, the likes of the beach soccer, the likes of cricket. Because just when did they finish the cricket championship in Rwanda, and we saw how the Nigerian guys dominated that particular one as well. And then for every other sport, talk about the likes of not just the arm wrestling now, the wrestling proper. You know how well we do in athletics and all of those other sports, but then we seem to focus more on the football, which is very, very bad for me, I must confess. And then we just need to continue to encourage these guys, encourage their federation as well, so that they be able to give something for to all of these athletes who participate in all of these major tournaments. Because I tell you, they are major tournaments. It's just that because of the the type of environment we are in, we don't get to put these things in the faces of every other person, so they get to know about it. Because I tell you, we have guys who are thriving in this particular field, and then before you know it, they are being poached by a country or a team outside the shores of Nigeria. They just take them away to Europe, and then that's just the end of it. So it's more like we're just breeding these guys for other people to enjoy to enjoy their service and all of those things. So I feel like we can always do better, and then this is calling on the people in the affairs of the, the sports commission and all those guys to just make sure they incorporate all the sports, let them enjoy the benefit of being sportsmen and women, not just the footballers that they are always putting in our faces. Because yes, these guys are trying, they are making use of their talent very well, and then it goes out to show that yes, Nigerian youth, we are not lazy really.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, good news for the Nigerian contingent at the African Arm Wrestling Championship in Ghana. The Ghana-Nigeria rivalry continues. We're going to Ghana to go and to go and take gold medals from their country.
Just last night we had one Jollof Verbi that was actually set to talking about the basketball, the 16 girls.
Yes.
They actually trashed the Ghana girls, and then someone commented on social media and be like, well, we did this one, you guys claimed it. We did another one, you guys, at the point they were trying to claim the Cookiton lady talking about the Dabasi
as well.
She's from Ghana, and then they'll be like, okay, since you can also claim the winning now and be like, it's Ghana that won the under 17 basketball championship in preparation for the main event. So it's always like that between Nigeria and Ghana, and then I feel like the only time they've been able to get the better side of us was in preparation for the World Cup. That one
it's going to be a bitter one, a bitter pill to swallow for Nigerian football fans for a long time to come.
I tell you,
honestly. Ladies and gentlemen, away from that, let's go straight to the world of tennis, where things are happening. And what I mean, things are happening good, of course. Carlos Alcaraz is powering through the Queen's Club Championship, which of course like a build-up tournament for the Wimbledon, and definitely of course he did say earlier in the show this afternoon that it's not his favorite courts to play on, but obviously he's probably strong. He's down to the semi-final, and today as well he's going to be playing the semi-final against Sebastian Korda, who is also quite a very, very strong opponent when it comes to the men's singles semi-final tennis champion. In the meantime, currently playing Alex de Munier is leading against Olga Rune. He has taken the first set. They are currently playing second set, and he has tied at all 3 points at the moment right now. Let's see if this would happen. Who would take this one between Olga Rune and Alex de Munier? But right now, Alex de Munier has the first set 6-3. Second set on the way, and it's 3-all at the moment. Let's see how it goes. But of course, let's come to Alcaraz's and Sebastian Korda's match today. Later on, in a couple of minutes, or maybe an hour from now, actually, Alcaraz will face Sebastian Korda. Semi-finals already. Do you see him go to the finals?
Yeah, obviously, because I feel like he's been able to to show exactly what stuff is made of, and then he's been doing it. He's been been making this emphatic statement, about the performances he had at the last French Open, and then he's trying to put that behind him now, just to come out straight and then be sure of exactly what he wants, when he gets to the Wimbledon proper. So very good one for him if he's able to come out on top of this one and then make it to the finals. Just make sure he has one of these grass court ATP wins for himself, and then it's going to be a good matchup. And then you can see that every other player who we can actually rate very high are also doing well in this particular challenger, the ATP, in preparation as well. Talk about likes of Casper Ruud, and then you have a certain Olga Rune who is still waxing strong as well. But the other guys who we can say yes, we were actually giving in that okay, probably they would do something good for themselves, just like I mentioned, likes of Dani Medvedev, likes of Dimitrov, and a couple of other guys like that. But then I feel like when it gets to the big event, when it gets to the main event, the game of 5, then we can be able to see them come out of their shell and do exactly what they need to do. They need to play as champions. So for Carlos Alcaraz, good one. Let's just wait and see what stuff is going to show us when he gets to the Wimbledon, because this is a new talk for him, and then he will be looking to lay his hands on a major Grand Slam once again.
All right, let's see what happens that one. But of course, later today, Alcaraz will play, of course, Sebastian Korda in the Queen's Club Championship. In the meantime, the Halle Open is one interesting matchup currently going on against Bublik and of course Alexander Zverev. As a matter of fact, right now, Zverev is 1 set down, trailing against Bublik. In the meantime, later on today in that same tournament in the Halle Open, Bautista are good to play Andy Rublev. Another power matchup for us to look forward to in that one. Let's see what comes off. But of course, let's go from that one and go straight to the world of basketball. I want to get your own thought on this one. Of course, the NBA draft happened just a couple of days ago. In fact, just a day ago actually, about 24 hours ago. Yes. And yes, the major guy at that tournament, we were looking forward to, not that the guy that has been touted as the generational talent, the one of the best guys to be drafted since LeBron James.
Yeah. Long time ago.
That's about 2007. This guy has been drafted, by the San Antonio Spurs. His name is Victor Wembanyama. He is a Frenchman. This guy is 7 feet 5 inches tall, and his wingspan, that is the length of his two arms together, when he's pressed, is about 8 feet. That's a very big guy.
White guy, big and wide.
Big and white guy. All right, this guy, his game is quite really interesting. He can play coast to coast. He's explosive, he's athletic, and the question is right now, is this because we've seen a lot of hype, about a lot of stars that will come that will make first draft or first pick and will fall short in the end. We've had a lot. In fact, we saw certain Zion Williamson. Of course, it was a first round pick. He got picked. His first 2 seasons wasn't all that well.
Yeah.
Injury in between, and it's, even though he's picking up right now, but I mean, a lot of people had high hopes, for him being like a first round pick in that regards. What are your thoughts about Victor Wembanyama going to Spurs? Is Spurs the right team for him? First of all, Spurs have been struggling. They struggle, of course. In fact, they've been struggling since Tim Duncan left. All right, and what exactly is your thoughts? Good one for Wembanyama, and is he going to live up to expectations?
Yeah, let's just hopefully he's going to do that. I mean, I saw his presser yesterday, and then he's promised to come into the Spurs side and then bring some kind of positive influence into this particular basketball team. So hopefully he's going to be able to do that. And then, just like you mentioned, there's this point of focus on players who actually come in the first pick, and then over the years we've seen it that it doesn't really pan out well at the end of the day, because even the guys that are doing very well right now, talk about likes of Nicola and even a certain Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think he came 31, and then I think Nicola came 40 something in his draft. That should be in 2019 if I'm not mistaken. And then over the years they were able to show exactly why they are actually playing this game. So for Wembanyama, hopefully he's going to be able to do this and then bring a positive change into this San Antonio side, but then it's not as though he's coming in and then he's going to take them to the championship come next season. But hopefully he's going to add his own style of play, his own flavor into this particular roster. And then just like you mentioned, I'm particularly happy for him because I like it when there's always this trait of African doing it big. Because when I actually saw that I applied with DR Congo, I feel like, well, even from the name,
it's French for African descent.
So I feel like it's a good one for him. And then not just him, and then the Niger guy in FC Barcelona, talk about James Inaji as well. He was picked by the Bolton Celtics. I feel like he's been traded now to Charlotte now. Hopefully all of these guys are going to show exactly what stuff they are made of, and then let's just enjoy basketball the more.
All right, in the meantime, this guy has been touted as the next LeBron, because obviously people have been saying that this guy is probably one of the best. Is the best draft picks since LeBron James 2007. Do you see this happening? One, and two, I'm going to give what I expect him to do after your thoughts. But I mean, next LeBron, is that not too big a pressure for him for him right now?
Oh yeah, I was going to start with the fact that I feel like those are a big shoe for him to fill into. Yeah. Honestly, well, though we can say that LeBron didn't just hit the ground running as well. There's sports, there's always this back and forth, this up and down in your career and all of those things. But then once you are able to keep your heads down, and then exactly what you're going in for, then hopefully he's going to be able to perfect his plays. But then it might just happen before you know it. Now he's going to be traded again. It does happen like that in basketball. You see players like this being traded within a shorter time that you would expect. So possibly a bigger side might be looking to just pouch him away from the San Antonio. But let's just see if he's going to be able to live up to that expectation. But then it's just like in football, when they tell you are wearing the number 7 jersey in a particular team, and then you go in there, you wear the shirt, and then it gets so much heavy on your neck. So I feel like let's just give him time to settle down first, because he's just coming from a college grade basketball, not the NBA proper. So let's just see what's going to do. The NCAA is not the same as NBA.
All right, the NCAA is not the same as the NBA. Ladies and gentlemen, Away from that, quickly, let's go straight to the world of football. Before we do, we got to play some breaks. When we come back during the break, we'll be asking a question to you out there. And it's about the coach of the Super Eagles. And the fans are left to decide if he should continue as the coach of the Super Eagles squad. Let's go on a break. When we come back, more stories and sports will be serving you right here on Impacts Radio 102.1 FM.
The storylines, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, the inside info, and all the action on and off the field. Catch up with all your favorite sporting action live on Sports Hub every Mondays and Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. and on Saturdays at 2 p.m. right here on High Impact 102.1 FM. The stakes are high. The competition is huge.
Chelsea are getting closer.
The prize of victory all reward. And no matter the teams we stand with, everyone believes this season is our season. Catch all the footballing action from the leagues in the world live on Sports Hub.
Absolutely glorious from Arsenal Palace.
Mondays and Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. and on Saturdays at 2 p.m. on High Impact 102.1 FM.
All right, welcome back to the show. It's still Sports Hub on Impact 102.1 FM, and definitely we have things raring to go at the moment. And yes, we gotta take a distance to the world of football now, the game that's most loved by all and sundry. Wherever you are, you love the game of football. If you don't, you have someone that loves the game of football. I'm sure of it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go straight to what's happening in the Super Eagles camp, where we are hearing the Nigeria's head coach, Jose Peseiro, is currently facing a public battle to keep his job as fans are handed the chance to decide whether he stays in charge. The head of the NFF, Nigerian Football Federation, Ibrahim Gusau, fled to canvass supporters for opinions before taking a final decision about Super Eagles boss. Former Porto, Sporting Lisbon and Al Ahly coach Jose Peseiro, who has had spells in charge of Saudi Arabia and Venezuela, officially took charge of the three-time African champions in May 2022, and his contract will expire at the end of this month, June 30. All right? Despite Nigeria's security qualification for next year's Africa Cup of Nations, the AFCON, the Federation has previously set to pay the 63-year-old wages believed to be $70,000 per month. We have planned to push the votes to Nigerians to hear their views and thoughts, NFF President Gusau announced during an interview on BAM. And of course, he said, we have tried foreign coaches and also local coaches. It seems we are having some kind of problems. Maybe we didn't get it right in the area of getting the right person. We're surely going to push it to the public whether they should continue with Peseiro or he should go. Missing out on a place in the World Cup 2022, Nigeria have won 4 and lost 5 games under Peseiro, including results where we trashed Sao Tome and Principe 10-0, a 1-0 defeat at home to Guinea-Bissau. Last Sunday, Nigeria needed a stoppage time winner from Leicester City's Kelechi Iheanacho to secure a 3-2 victory over Sierra Leone, their clinch qualification for next year's AFCON in Ivory Coast. Ladies and gentlemen, you can join the conversation right now. Let us know via text message and of course via calls. Do you think Jose Peseiro should continue as the coach of Super Eagles or he should be changed? A simple question. NFF is saying that before they can change the coach of Nigeria, they want public opinion, all right? And the question is right now, do you think it's a wrong match to continue? Don't forget, under Coach Peseiro, we have lost 5 games, we have won 4 games, all right? We have won 4 games, we have lost 5, no draw yet. Seems like it doesn't like okra soup. Not balanced, all right? In the meantime, of course, we have secured qualification, to the AFCON next year under his tutelage. And the question remains: should the young man continue or should the old man continue as coach of Super Eagles? Don't forget, they're going to be charging him. He's going to be charging Nigeria $70,000 per month. For him to be the coach of Nigeria Super Eagles. And NFF president is saying, "Yo, man, I think it's about time we let a coach go. But we're not going to take this on our own. We're going to look at Nigerians. What do Nigerians think? So do you think Jose Peseiro should continue as coach of Super Eagles or not? Let me know via the phone line 0700-1021-1021 or text us on WhatsApp 0907-224-5018. That's the question on the show today. Jose Peseiro continue, leave or stay as coach of Super Eagles? 0700-1021-1021 or text us on WhatsApp 0907-224-5018. Let me come to AY in the studio right now. Jose Peseiro, Super Eagles job, pass or fail so far? What are your thoughts?
Well, I will start by saying, well, I'm not going to give him, probably just say of 10. I might just say let's just do 6 over 10.
Wow.
Because it's not always easy to be on the sidelines for real, and then to put people in the right, in the right order, in the right position. But then I feel like all of this thing boils down to the past administration, because we've actually given him this bogus deal, this bogus, salary and all of those things that is making it difficult for the present administration. Because talk about the fact that if at all his salary is not up to this, up to this amount, I feel like the talks might still be some kind of fairy and then we just talk about things. But then we are used to splashing all of these funds out there. I mean, the guys in the glass house there, they are fond of doing this thing. And then coming back to Ibrahim Gusau now, trying to put a pool out to the fans to help them decide who is going to be the next manager. I feel like it might just bring a question of his own, his own ability. This will, fans will begin to question his own order. Why on earth are you going to do that? Can't you make this decision on your own by yourself as the head of this particular board? Yes. And then that's aside. And then I feel like one thing we don't have in this part of the world is consistency. Because take a look at from 2013 to this time, that's like 10 years, a decade now.
Yeah.
I mean, we've changed up to, if I'm not mistaken, maybe like 7 or 8 coaches.
Bertie Votes, Genos Raw, Samson Siasia,
Egwavon, Emenike, Keshi, Shuaibu Amadu. I mean, even a certain Sunday Olise has come on in the interim.
Yeah.
So imagine, and all these guys, they will come, they will bring in their guys. I mean, a couple of guys have actually come into the Super Eagles rank and then they are no more. They just come, they just give us a flash and then we don't see them again. So there is this consistency, this sticking together is not always there. Look at how the criticism the English side are always having. But then once you are in that score, if the only thing that will make you not to get called back or have a reappearance is when your performance is so below par, or probably you have some questioning about your personal life. I feel like that's the only reason why you don't get to see players,
All right, all that thought, let's take this call coming in right now. Let's see who's there. Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Mr. Sars calling from Magodo GRA.
All right, welcome to the show. All right, welcome to the show.
In a nutshell, listen, straight to the point. They should, in fact, they should send that man away. It's not going to help us.
Why do you think so?
No. They say it's just the luck, because we have stars, and that's the reason why we qualify. People like Victor Sima and Iheanacho and the rest there. It's not the coach doesn't have technicalities at all. Please let him go.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Keep your calls coming in 0700-1021-1021 number to call, or you can text us on WhatsApp. Number on WhatsApp is 0907-224-5018. And the question we're asking is, do you believe that the coach Jose Peseiro should continue as the coach of Nigeria Super Eagles, or he should go? Because of course the NFF is leaving this to the hands of the fans to decide. It's saying, you know what, before we sack the coach, before we appoint a new coach, we want to of course get what the fans think. Do they think that Coach Jose Peseiro should remain as the Jaffa of the Super Eagles team, or he should get somebody else? And we're leaving out. Let us know your thoughts on that question via phone lines or via WhatsApp 0700-1021-1021 once again, or you can text us on WhatsApp 0907-224-5018. Let me come to you. The comment of the last caller, he said, and he believes that this current coach lacks technicality. He believes that the reason we qualified for the World Cup, for the AFCON, is because of the players we have,
the individual performance of the
players we have, I want to say that's not a peculiarity to this coach. We've seen that same thing with almost the last 5 coaches we've
Even
had
Sathan Genero as well. Who's always, he always likes to leave it late before he does the substitution and every other thing. And then that's the same thing we are seeing with this coach Jose Peseiro as well. I mean, you see the players and then you wonder exactly what they are playing.
What they're doing on the field.
What's there's no like this link up is not there. There's no particular, you cannot define that this is the formation that these guys are actually up to. And then it just seems like a scattered environment and all of those things. And then some players who when he releases the lineup, you be like, no, this person is not supposed to actually
be in the squad,
or possibly start this game. You should learn to read games. And then I feel like these are the places where he's actually failing as a head coach of this side, because Nigerians, we are always demanding, we want the best for our side. And then that's why I feel like the how should I say it now, the peculiarity of the Super Eagles now is dwindling. Like there is no regard for the Super Eagles again, because at some point when teams are coming up against a certain Super Eagles side, there's always this fear, there's always this trembling. But then these days you already know what's going to happen, because you already know these guys are not they are not locked together. They play divisible football, because it's very, very easy to get all of the guys down. And then just as he said, except for some kind of individual performances from every other guy. Imagine the last game now. It was the Samuel Osayi Brilliance actually won us that one before the Liberia's game. So Samuel Osayi's Brilliance that won us that first leg. And then it's always been like that, where you always depend on a particular player to rise up to the occasion for you. It's not as if they are doing this thing collectively. Sometimes you see a certain Chukwueze coming and then you start to question, why is he getting called to play for the national team? You see a certain Kalu do his thing and then you be like, what's this person playing? But then we see you for your club side. We see you shine forth for the likes of Nantes. We see you shine for the likes of Villarreal. I mean, he won the African MVP, talking about Samuel Chukwueze. But then you come to the national team and then you don't even see why they are getting called up again.
It took a while for Victor Osimhen to get his goal scoring form when he started playing for the squad. Esade Onuachu, who was either scoring in Belgium, came to the Super Eagles,
and he's always having issues with scoring goals. Yeah. Even a certain Sadiq Umar too was at the last the AFCON where we got knocked out, and then you start all these guys, and then when they're in their club side, they're always banging in the goals up. Even the guys in the midfield, you see exactly what they are playing. A certain Wilfred Ndidi was nominated as one of the best midfielders, not this season but the 2020-2021 season, the COVID season. We saw exactly what he played, and then this actually got him rated. But then when you come to the Super Eagles, there's nothing to show for it. So I feel like this is not just about the players alone, but then we need to always question the ability of the coaches that we are getting, because most times they don't seem to be credible enough. Because I mean, of all the names that were actually people were mumbling around then, I was not foreseeing a certain Jose Peseiro being the one that I actually pushed to be the head coach of the Super Eagles.
Mourinho recommended. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know via calls or via WhatsApp. Should Jose Peseiro continue as coach of the Super Eagles, or should he be sacked? Let's get a new coach. And now, let me come to you now. You have, of course, how there seems to be a lapse on both ends. Judging by your own, looking at your own thoughts now. Who do you think Jose Peseiro should continue? And let us give you an instance of what happened. We saw how we changed a coach at the eve of the tournament and how that backfired against us, right? Would that be advisable for us to change a coach, right now, or would you suggest that it continues and that's what he does at the AFCON? Because whether we like it or not, we haven't given his coach, we haven't given him time.
Well, I feel like if we change the head coach right now, we still have time, because the AFCON is next year. I think it's either January or February 2024.
Yeah, January.
So we still have time before the AFCON, and then any head coach that is going to come in now would see out maybe like 6 months before preparation for another tournament. Fine, what happened during the time of Genero wasn't, I would say was not proper, right? Because it was just as I said, eve of the AFCON of the AFCON 2021, and then that actually came out on the team. It showed for that yes, there's no synchronization between the new head coach, talking about Austin Eguavoen and the boys. Though we can say yes, he tried the much he could do with all of these boys, but then Nigerians, just like I would say once again, we always demanding, and sometimes our demand is not just a normal demanding. We are always over demanding from these boys, but then they cannot go beyond their power as well. They did exactly what they were able to do, and then that was just it. I mean, we defeated a certain Egyptian side that we've not done in a long time. I feel like if you do that right now, this is the right time to do it, because procrastination of this team might actually spell doom for us in the next tournament. Yeah.
All right. You can let us know via calls and text messages. Jose Peseiro stay or go as coach of the Super Eagles. In the meantime, talking about, of course, some more football action. We got some interesting matchup coming out from the world of, the FIFA. Yes, first edition of the FIFA New 32-team Club World Cup will be held in the United States in 2025. World Soccer Governing Body FIFA said yesterday. FIFA has confirmed in March that the revamped Club World Cup will be played every 4 years from June 2025. The FIFA Council unanimously appointed the United States as the competition host for the first edition of the expanded format. USA will host the 2024 Copa America, while they are also co-hosts of the 2026 World Cup, along with Mexico and Canada. The current version of the FIFA World Cup is an annual competition with 7 teams. Will be discontinued after this year. Of course, before what we have is, for the Club World Cup, winners of the CAF Confederation Cup, the CAF Champions League, rather, winner of the UEFA Champions League, and of course the Arabian leagues. Basically, all the winners of all the major regional leagues around the world converge. 7 teams converge, to play the Club World Cup. And right now, FIFA is saying that we need to expand and do more, make it a proper club away club from all over the world. We're going to feature. First things first, is Gianni Infantino doing too much right now? Because all of this, first we're seeing an expanded World Cup. Now we're seeing an expanded Club World Cup, and before you know it, we're going to be seeing an expanded, if Women's World Cup. And what's going on with the expansion? Is it good or not good?
Oh, I would say I can say it's okay, because at the end of the day we'll be seeing a certain Eyimba side playing in the Club World Cup.
Well, yeah, most likely, yeah.
It's going to happen there definitely, because we're part of FIFA, so we can always say that's going to happen. But then I feel like the expansion really, one thing about football is that it consumes money and time and all of these things, because you cannot tell exactly when this Club World Cup is going to fall into, and then it might be at the detriment of all of these big club sides,
because we have a very tight
schedule during the season, and then you have to try to fill in for all of these other tournaments that are always coming. You see the players already complaining about the Nations League, the Euros, and all of these things. The players sometimes feel like they don't put them into consideration, because they only want them to just to do this work and then trying to make money off it. Though fine, if that's the point they are coming from, they are also making the money as well, because I don't think there's any other profession that is actually as much as lucrative as football when it comes to the real sense. Though we have other sporting activities, but then football feels like the big deal, the oil money. So I feel like the expansion, yes, is going to still make money for some people, just the way it usually is, and then it's a sign that yes, there's still more football for us to view. That's just the point I'm coming from now. More football to view again.
But like you said, a big concern, because all of this will play on the players' fatigue. When it will fall, it might fall probably middle of season, after season,
definitely.
It might probably fall among there's so many competitions that all these big teams are playing along the line. But like you said, it's a good one for Nigeria, for football, for the world, because you're going to be seeing teams from all over the world.
Yes,
as much as just 7 guys coming to play all over the world. All of them are coming together to play, and it's going to be.
The last edition was played. A couple of months ago, probably around, should it be March or April now, where Real Madrid actually came out on top of that one. Yeah. So it always comes around when the thick of the season, when all of these guys are looking to concentrate on the league, and then you cannot tell exactly what their position in the league is compared to where they were last season. So Madrid just had to makes that some kind of consolation for themselves, because they were already missing out on the La Liga at that particular point in time. So you cannot tell exactly when it's going to fall in the season, and then that's a major point of concern for players and even for fans as well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, talking about FIFA, we still got some more news for certain. FIFA has announced US as the host of the Expanded Club World Cup. Also, they've also announced the host country for the 2024 Under-17 and Under-20 Women's World Cup. FIFA has announced the countries to host the 2024 Under-17 and Under-20 Women's World Cup. This was made yesterday. General Congress as qualifiers set to resume across the continent. The football body announced Dominican Republic as the host of the Under-17 Women's World Cup tournament and Colombia as the host of the Under-20 competition. One thing is sure, like you said, the current FIFA administration is making sure that there's more football every time of the year, every day, every minute of the moment for you to watch, for you to be a part of. And I think maybe that's good or not good, but more football for everybody. Who doesn't love that? Away from that news, quickly, let's go straight to the world of local football. And yes, NPFL Nigeria Super 8 tournament kicked off across different regions, and definitely it was a big matchup between Remo Stars and Shooting Stars. The Battle of the Stars, it was yesterday, and Remo Stars continued their impressive form this season in Nigerian League and once again confirmed their superiority in the Southwest after recording an emphatic 3-0 victory over Southwest rivals. Shooting Stars to clean a ticket to represent the Southwest zone at the main edition of the Nigeria Super 8 tournament. And the opened the scoring for the Sky Blues in the 7th minute of the game in what was their first shot on target after 3SC had created multiple chances. The Lancaster started home from the opener after a goalkeeping and defensive blunder from the 3SC defense. Nwaize Boniface made it 2 for Remo Stars in the 11th minute through a well-taken header, while Samuel Anekwe scored the third goal in the 71st minute to take the game beyond the Oluyole Warriors and condemn Benga Ogumbote's side to one of the biggest defeats in his coaching career. Earlier in the day, Lobby Stars of Makurdi Edge City Boys FC of Abuja has qualified the North Central Region. MPFL side needed a 5-4 penalty shootout to end the ticket after a total draw at regulation time. Southwest confirmed and North Central confirmed. Today we'll confirm other regions of the country for the Super 8 tournament. Let me come to you right now. I mean, we saw that match yesterday, Southwest match that happened, of course, between Remo Stars and, of course, Shooting Stars. And the really interesting stuff is the fact that, probably one of the Southwest debut, we saw that there was no violence. First of all, no violence. Of course, it was played somewhere else, out of the offices of both teams, really. Yeah. And we saw another defeat inflicted on Ogumbote by Ogumorede. And both coaches are probably one of the most seasoned coaches in the MPFL Nigeria as concerned. And right now, so far, Ogumorede has a very interesting record against Ogumbote. Always, at every point he has met Ogumbote, he has beaten Ogumbote. And yes, after the match yesterday, there was a presser, and they were asking him, Ogumorede how he has been able to beat Ogumbote everything. He said, "I've studied him very well. I have studied him very well."
And it's more like a case of a boss and an apprentice right now, because you can always say that yes, these guys were should I say they were hand in hand at a point in time, but then Ogumorede found a niche for himself, and then he was able to cement his place in the Remo Star side. After bringing them to the MPFL back then, he had to travel, and then Ogumbote was made to be in the interim, and then he came back and then took his job back again. So I feel like yes, it does happen like that. And just like you mentioned, that he's been able to to study this particular manager. We see all of these things happen, even in Europe as well. We see a certain Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, even when he's not doing it right, whenever he comes up against a certain Pep Guardiola, he's always getting the better of Guardiola back then. I mean, he did it for a couple of times, maybe like 3 times, if I'm not mistaken, always going and then getting this win against Pep Guardiola side. So it's a good one. And then to say that yes, it was violence free, I feel like yes, our football right now, we can say it's on another trajectory now. It's getting to that place where we say yes, kudos to the IMC, and then with all of the everything that they have in plans now, we can say that yes, we're beginning to see good and quality football coming out of this part of the world. I mean, our games are on TV now, so definitely we should always expect that everything is more matured, and then the fans are in the best of their ability and their attitude towards the players. Yes, it can happen. The referee might just make a particular decision that will not go down well with any either the players or the fans, but then we should not let our emotions get the better of us when we are watching this game, because we all love it, and then we should not work for for it to be spoiled. So I feel like yes, for the IMC, good one from them, and then hopefully we get to stick to a particular calendar, because I feel like that's a major issue we are having now. If you're able to stick with a calendar, then we can always beat our chest and be like yes, Nigeria Professional Football League is back, Nigeria Premier League is back, and then for the Super 8, just like you mentioned, yes, we are seeing some kind of progress right now. I think today we'll be seeing Katsina United coming up against a certain Kano Pillars for the North Derby, and then Enyimba will be playing Atlanta as well. So
for the Southeast tickets,
for the South. So it's going to be an interesting one for Remo Stars. Good one. Hopefully they get on top of this one and get the big bag, because I think it's maybe like some 100 million, if I'm not mistaken,
in cash prize.
So it's going to be a good one for them. They're able to notch this one. For Lobby Stars, I just feel like yes, they are there to mark attendance just really? Like they did for the Super 6. Yeah, because they almost lost out to this City Boys guys last night. These City Boys guys gave them a run for their money.
2-0 draw, and they had to go to penalties for them to sit down.
And then these City Boys actually came all out for them. It was just some kind of equalizing goal that the Lobby Stars guys got. Maybe talk about experience right there, because these guys are just coming from the National League, and then, yes, you cannot compete their experience with guys who just finished playing in the Super 6, the biggest, the football in the countryside. So for Lobby Stars, let's just see where they will be ending, but definitely they are not in the race for that particular prize money though.
All right, not in the race for the particular prize money. Let's see how things pan out. And meantime, let's go straight to some transfer news and some transfer stories happening at the moment, and we are seeing this one happen. Well, a list of players have made it from the Premier League to Saudi Arabian League, and of course a new name can be added to that list. Ruben Neves has left Wolverhampton Wanderers to Saudi Al Hilal Club. 26-year-old Portuguese midfielder has left his year left contract on Wolves to join Saudi Al Hilal side for a club record £47 million. Neves is the latest big name player to leave European club for Saudi Arabia's Pro League. Earlier this month, Karim Benzema left Real Madrid for Al Ittihad, joining former teammate Cristiano Ronaldo, signed for Al Nassr. N'Golo Kante left Chelsea to join, of course, Benzema at Al Ittihad. Chelsea goalkeeper Edouard Mendy is close to signing for Pro League Al Ahly, while Man City defender midfielder Bernardo Silva is a target for Al Hilal. Ladies and gentlemen, Saudis are buying good. They are buying all the major names to their clubs at the moment. And Ruben Neves has gone, of course, to Al Hilal for a club record £47 million. And right now, anybody looking for money will just basically sell at this point in time, because everybody's looking for money to pay for their squad. And once a club comes and says, yo man, give me your best player, I'm going to give you £100 million. I mean, who am I not to sell? Yo, take him away. We'll get new ones for the academy. And of course, Ruben Neves has gone straight, to Al Hilal. But let's talk about the one that's been trending, of course, is of course Mason Mount. This is like the third bid that Man United is making for Mason Mount at Chelsea. And Chelsea is saying, yo man, if you're not got that money to spend, don't come and bid. Man United bought a bid of £55 million right again for Mason Mount, and they are saying, yo, we are not selling until you splash some cash. Man United had their third bid for Mason Mount rejected, worth about £55 million. Right now, Chelsea are valuing the player at about £70 million. That's how much they're valuing the player, and they are saying that, yo, £55 million is not just enough for us right now for Mason Mount. What's wrong with what's this back and forth? It looks like Man U are really interested in Mason Mount, because last time I saw Man U so keen about this was Jadon Sancho.
Yeah,
when they became
for 2 years.
For 2 years, back to back, and also Donny van der Beek as well. Who of course Man U kept going back and back to get this guy. And right now, Mason Mount is the formula that Man U needs to succeed, or what? I don't understand. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I'll start with the Saudi talk, because I feel like when money speaks, everyone listens. Yeah, and then right now it's making it difficult for the Premier League sides to even go to the market and try and buy players, because you don't even know who these guys are coming for next. You cannot tell where exactly they'll be looking to sign. And then at the point we thought they were actually signing the guys who are at the peak of their career, but right now they're signing the 26-year-old, the 28-year-old, and all of that. But then I just feel like they should just go easy with this thing, just like as I've earlier mentioned on this platform. I mean, China came around and did something like this as well, but then I feel like there are a whole lot of things that still need to be put into place. It's not just about splashing the cash on all of these guys, because fine, they came around, they started dominating boxing and all of these things. When you see a particular boxer wants to go and have a bow in Saudi Arabia because of the money, because of the ticket and all of these things. I mean, just when the IOC come out and say they are banning basketball, like for a couple of years, because the credibility of of basketball is now under scrutiny. it's being questioned right now. So I feel like they should just try and pipe down a little bit. Same thing with golf, that they seem to be dominating over the years. So they should just do this thing with ease, and then it's fine if they want to promote their league, if they want to be seen. But then I'm not sure this is the best way to go about it, because it's not just about splashing the cash now. It's about having a good league for themselves. And so talking about Manchester United and a certain Mason Mount. Yes, it's been long that we've seen something like this, but then I feel like for Manchester United, they are always having issues with either signing players or even selling their own players. Because that's been the trend for them over the last couple of years. They get these guys for bogus amount, and at the end of the day, they find it hard to offer
Harry
them.
Maguire is one of
I
them.
can't remember the last time Manchester United actually sold a player for let me say £20 million.
They actually
They have not sold a player in recent years for £20 million. It's either it's going for maybe 5 or 20. I mean,
it's going for free.
I'm still looking to see how much they will be placing on the likes of Alexander Telles. The likes of a certain Eric Bailly will be looking to leave now. Even if Harry Maguire is going to be leaving, I'm still looking to see how much they will be offering for players to come. And then for the life of ever since the summer transfer window opened,
reports have it that they are offering Maguire £10 million to just go.
to just go. That's just the way it is. A certain Angel Di Maria came at a point in time which we knew how much they got him, and then how much he was being sold for. So all of these things are just strong. A certain this particular Chelsea side just sold Kovacic to Manchester City for £25 million, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then they are holding on for a Mason Mount, one of their their academic graduate who wants to leave and is on a 1-year contract. And then they are rejecting a bid of 50 million or 55, saying they want 70. Well, they know it's Manchester United. They can always peruse them to splash the cash. Because this time Manchester United went for bought a spinner for 100 million. Talking about Anthony now.
Yeah.
They got Anthony for 100 million. So that is Manchester United for you. They don't know how to buy, they don't know how to sell. And then that's why I feel like the fans are actually calling for for these Glazers to just leave their club right now, and then possibly after a takeover, things might just actually fall into place for them. But right now, talking about transfers, it's going all wrong for Manchester United now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we go, we got some more news coming out from the world of the transfer market. We're hearing, of course, that Newcastle are close on signing Italian midfielder Tonali. Yes, Newcastle are close to signing Italy midfielder Sandro Tonali from AC Milan. Newcastle are getting ready for some interesting football next season, and they are putting that much effort into their squad. Signing Tonali from AC Milan on a 6-year contract. He's coming to complete his medicals in the coming days. In a few days from now, he's going to come to England for his medicals. What are your thoughts, AY?
Yeah, good one for them. Having all of these players joining their ranks is a good one. I mean, it's putting them on the right track for for Champions League and domestic football next season. And then I feel like it's not just going to be a certain Tonali that they'll be looking out for this season. Even they'll be looking to get a goalkeeper as well, and other areas of the squad. So it's going to be a good one if they're able to add him. But then I feel like for Tonali, this transfer is not something that is actually coming from me. I feel like AC Milan are just trying to use him as a bait, because they need money, and I mean they need to just get in money from some. Because I saw a particular news making the rounds where Tonali himself was not open to leave, but because the management, the board feel like, yes, you are one of the guys who we can actually sell out to get money back into the purse of the team, so you just have to do this for us. So but then for a certain Newcastle side, very good one for them, considering how fine they actually performed this season. And then that recruitment is what will actually help them to go into the Champions League come next season as well, because they don't want to go with the same set of players they actually have within their ranks now. So it's going to be a good one, and then we'll be looking forward to other additions that will be coming into that particular team.
All right, before we go, quick one in the gossip room of football. We're hearing that, of course, Federico Chiesa is keen on moving to Liverpool, with, of course, the asking price from Juve being £52 million. In the meantime, Man United are looking to also get Inter Milan goalkeeper Andre Onana, with, of course, David De Gea looking like he's going to leave the club really, really soon. I mean, we're beginning that De Gea wants to leave since about 6 years ago right now, and young man still at the club. It looks like he might finish his career at Man United, but of course, Man United are getting ready. Should that one happen, Andre Onana is on their list of players that will replace the forward. In the meantime, We're hearing that Tottenham are looking to sign Fulham centre back Tosin Adarabioyo, to the squad to beef up their team for next season. In the meantime, Declan Rice is still the man in the news. Arsenal, when will this Declan Rice conversation end is the question. Because right now, West Ham are saying, yo man, if you haven't got £100 million, don't come for this guy.
Well, it's not ending anytime.
The question is Declan Rice worth we know that he has a song by Udo Black. We know that people are singing about him. We know that. But I mean, is Declan Rice is he as good as the price that West Ham are asking for him?
Well, that's the English media for you, the English hype and all of those things in between it. But then for a certain Arsenal side and Declan Rice right now, I feel like if they are not careful, this match might not just be happening. Because just last night I saw that a certain Manchester City side are also getting in the race for this guy, because they need midfielders now. The likes of Bernardo Silva are looking to leave. A certain Gundogan has left already, and then so they need replacements. A certain, that's a typical Pep Guardiola for you. He's always recruiting every now and then, so he needs more fresh legs. And then we know the ability of a certain Declan Rice, though sometimes you can always question it to so all the players who are not actually English more like the likes of the almost Kaido of Brighton and Hove Albion, and a couple of other guys like that in the middle of the park. But then for Declan Rice, I feel like he's been top of his game for the last 2 seasons, if I'm not mistaken, because last season as well, a certain Arsenal side were after him, Manchester United as well last season. But then I feel like this is the right season for him, and then it's coming from the back of winning a major European trophy. So this also puts another price on his tag. So you just have to deal with that, and then if you're not able to deal with it, I tell you, right now West Ham will be looking to milk that transfer.
Obviously,
because this is the best chance for them. I mean, when last have they had a player of 100 million go out? I mean, it's been a long time, really. Yeah,
almost like what Aston Villa did with Jack Grealish.
Exactly, Jack Grealish. Yeah.
All right, let's see how that goes.
You see them go splash it on other players. I mean, Aston Villa saw Jack Grealish. They went out. They got the likes of Felipe Coutinho from Barcelona.
So big to be the squad. Let's see how that goes. But of course, the question, when will it end? Is there will Arsenal finally get to eat some rice in the end? Let's hope and pray for them. In the meantime, we gotta go now. Of course, it's been a great pleasure hanging out with you on the show today. I want to say a big thank you to AY, the Wave Sugar, for joining on the show. Hopefully on Monday, by God's, we're going to see you for the show on Monday night at 7:30.
Gospels.
Alrighty. So we'll come your way on Monday night, 7:30 p.m. for Sports Hub. Please stay tuned. In the meantime, don't forget, from Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. in the morning to 10 past 10, Sports in the G Field will hold right here on Impact Radio. My name is ADT. I say adios. En Atanga, Siaponga, gracias. Sayonara.
The storylines, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, the inside info, and all the action on and off the field. Catch up with all your favorite sporting action live on Sports Hub every Mondays and Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. and on Saturdays at 2 p.m. right here on High Impact 102.1 FM.
Let's bring the party to you in your comfort zone. Food, drinks, music, and all kinds of fun fare are now available for fun lovers on Aria Express. Every Saturday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. only on High Impact 102.1 FM.
Well, this Saturday, they will know we show up.
Me, I am ready for the party. Oh yeah, I want all this march. I go really early. Oh, I know your story.
The sea, the waves, serenity. High Impact Cruise.
Welcome to High Impact Cruise.
Yes, experience the waters of Lagos, you and your family, on Eugene 1. a luxurious ultramodern 4-story yacht, fabulous music, sumptuous meals, and an elegant, well-stocked bar with an array of exotic drinks. Call 0705 095 5987 or 0806 483 1491 for bookings and inquiry. High Impact Cruise. Dream, discover, explore.
Babe, I want to surprise my guy with a good treat. Where would you recommend?
Girl, I've got the perfect place for you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, my family and I were there not too long ago. It was fantastic. And the kids loved it. The apartment was home away from home, the ride, swimming pool, 3D cinema, and the food. Oh my gosh.
Where's this place now?
It's High Impact Planet Amusement Park and Resort, my dear. It's just away from Lagos and it has everything you need to relax and have unlimited fun.
How do I make bookings?
Oh yeah, call this number 0814-229-9509. Wait, are you booking a suite?
Why?
So I can tag along,
Nikini.
High Impact Planet Amusement Park and Resort. Fun just got real.
Put a touch of class and finesse on your brand by advertising with us at High Impact 1021 FM. For more information, call
0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, or 0902 745 3931.
Follow us on our social media platforms
at High Impact 1021 FM.
Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Now that we're done with commercials, let's get back to the music.
Wait, the commercial pop.
All this my Saudi boys, Rise in their body, Dubai, the Rams in their body, Yankee, Dollar, but their body.
Elon Musk set a Pluto boy, in a Tesla key, pulling up in the Tesla toy, no boy, see, no go day, phones they looking, no go play, Charlie Poppy, I walk all day, Pluto mania, we fly all day, inside that yo, if you're so, another if you're day, inside that yo, if you're, another if you're day, inside that yo, if you're so, another if you're day, inside that yo, if you're, another if you're day, inside, don't this Elon Musk West, Ara de body, BTC de body, money de body, all this Elon Musk West, Ara de body, BTC de body,
money to choke and beg. One as a 12 people, no fit be my cartel. Look at my squad, you can't tell me. No CAP, you go see how rap and take a cut here. All these songs, then these ones, when you see them make way. Every day, so therefore, every day I say, I say no go put body if you no get mine. Unless your mind go day. You want to play if you no want pay price. My guy, not there you go there. Come back. All this my Saudi boys. Dubai, the Rams in their body, Yankee, Dollar, but their body.
Hello,
Charlie what?
Charlie Poppy. Hello, say all this Elon Musk West, Para de body, BTC de body, money de body, all this Elon Musk West, Para de body, BTC de body, money say, Agla people, send us our send wallets, payment receive, now you credit BTC, now you don't confirm if you're day, now you don't confirm if you're day.
Impact 102.1 FM.
If anybody owe my money, go pay. You know I get to pay, and I like to celebrate. I spot a party day for my estate, and I'm on with this spray. I dey ball like Dangote. More too much oil for my eye. Everybody must comply. Follow out there my side. No lie, check my ways on the fire. My energy so high. Follow out there my side. Putumpa, get them for the side. They like to come back, not like to fall. What I come back, Balenciaga. In my mind, they like to come back. If anybody owe my money, go pay. You know I get to pay, and I like to celebrate. I spot a party day for my estate, and I'm on with this spray. I dey ball like Dangote. Too much oil for my eye. Everybody must comply. Follow out there my side. No liar. Check my ways on the fire. My energy so high. Follow out there my side. Wow shit, wow shit. Say wow shit. Say wow shit, wow shit. Wow shit, wow shit. Send me calculator, cause with me is 21 girls for the B-side, you know. 1 kilometer, no tata, no competitor, fan. Send me calculator, cause with me is 21 girls for the B-side, you know. If anybody owe my money, go pay. You know I get to pay, and I like to celebrate. I spot a party day for my